The next morning, Chapter 5. The next morning, Magnus went down to meet the giant and see what task he had for him that day. The giant was waiting for him. "No task today," said the giant, taking Magnus by the hand and leading him into the kitchen, where Kara was waiting. "I believe you've already met," said the giant. "Oh yes," said Magnus, before realizing his mistake. Of course, he wasn't supposed to have met Kara at all. "Just as I thought," said the giant, pushing Magnus towards Kara. "Chop him up and throw him in my soup," he shouted, "and wake me when he's cooked." The giant went over to a long bench by the fire and settled down to sleep. Soon the kitchen vibrated with the sound of his snoring. Kara took a large cooking pot and filled it with water. "You're not going to do it, are you?" stammered Magnus. Kara put her finger to her lips and pointed at the giant. "Do exactly as I told you and you'll be fine," she said. Magnus was about to argue that nobody told him what to do when he remembered all the scraps Kara had got him out of. Perhaps she was somebody he really should be listening to, after all. Kara popped the pot on the stove when she pricked her finger with a knife and sprinkled 3 drops of her own blood into the pot. Magnus watched. What was she doing? That wasn't how you make soup. But for the first time in his life, he didn't say a word. Then she put some old shoe holes, a dead rat, and a load of rubbish from the bin into the pot. As well, giants just love dead rats. Finally, Kara took a lump of salt and a flask of water. "Come," she said. "If you want to live, we must run." For once, Magnus didn't need telling twice. Quickly, he and Kara ran from the kitchen, hopped onto a horse, and raced away. The giant heard the noise. "Is he done yet?" he asked sleepily. From the pot, the first drop of Kara's blood began to speak. "Only just begun," I said. The giant went back to sleep, and Magnus and Kara raced further away. A little time later, the giant stirred again. "Is he ready yet?" he asked. "Half done," answered the second drop of blood from the pot. The giant went back to sleep, and Magnus and Kara raced even further away. Finally, the giant stirred for the third time. "Is he ready yet?" "Perfect. Come and get him," said the third drop from the pot. The giant stumbled sleepily to the pot, grabbed a ladle, and tasted his soup. "Oh!" he yelled, spitting out the soup. "She's tricked me. There's no boy in this pot. Where is she?"